Hello, you're watching Traders Calendar on ИнстаФорекс TV channel with me, Kate Nidachina. Early next week, all eyes will be turned to the following macroeconomic events. On Monday, the preliminary GDP data for the second quarter will be published in Japan. Analysts forecast a 0.5% reduction in the Japanese economic growth compared to the previous 3 months. In January to March, the indicator rose by 1% compared to the fourth quarter 2014. On a yearly basis, the economic growth rate accelerated to 3.9% from 1.1% in the previous quarter. This is the best dynamic in the last 2 years. However, economists had anticipated a climb only by 2.8%. The current growth was stimulated by the domestic demand. Moreover, the yen's low exchange rate also has an impact on GDP. In the last quarter, exports advanced by 9.9% annually. The GDP growth was also boosted by an increase in goods inventories. However, stockpiling has its disadvantages. If consumers' activity is rather low, it may lead to aggravation in the economic situation. On Tuesday, the US will reveal their building permits report. Experts suppose that in July the number of building permits totaled 1.2 million. In the previous months, the number of building permits jumped by 7.4% to 1.34 million. However, economists had expected a smaller rise to 1.16 million. At the same time, the number of housing starts was up 9.8%. The indicator's growth can be explained by a surge in the apartment construction. However, construction of private houses declined by 0.9%. On Wednesday, data on the consumer price index will see the light of day in the US. Analysts forecasted that in July the indicator slowed down to 0.1% compared to the previous months. In June, the indicator's growth totaled 0.3%, that is 0.1% less than in May. In June, the data met the forecast. On a yearly basis, in June, the consumer price index advanced by 0.1% compared to a zero increase in the previous months. The data also matched analysts' expectations. Also, the following economic data will be released at the beginning of the next week. On Monday, data on the Empire State Manufacturing Index will be out in the United States. On Tuesday, the results of the monetary policy meeting will be published in Australia. Report on the Consumer Price Index will be issued in the UK this day. On Wednesday, the most expected FOMC meeting minutes will see the light of day in the United States. It was Traders Calendar on ИнстаФорекс TV channel. Stay tuned with us.